Done. Good morning, grade 7. Good morning, my friend. I wish you have a good day in Ramadan. Happy Ramadan. Today we'll continue the same lesson. We're talking about the area of the circle. But before we start our lesson, we need to make a small revision about what we studied before about the circumference of the circle. Before we starting the circumference of the circle, we need to talking about the relation between the radius and the diameter. So the first question in the quick check is said that find the radius or the diameter for each circle with the given dimensions. Again, the head of the question said that again, find the radius or the diameter of each circle with the given dimensions. If he gives me the diameter is equal 6 centimeter, again, the diameter is equal 6 centimeters, so the radius is equal what? The radius here is equal to the division by 2. So the radius is equal diameter divided by 2. So 6 divided by 2 is equal 3. So firstly, I will divide this diameter over 2. I will divide this diameter over 2. If you divided the diameter over 2 by this way, we have 6 divided by 2. So the radius is equal 3. In the second question, he gives me that I have the radius now is equal 11 feet. If we have the radius is equal 11 feet. So if you need the circumference, what we'll make? We will make 2 by r. But he needs here the diameter. The diameter will be the double of the radius. Again, if he gives me the diameter, I divide it by 2. If he gives me the radius, I will multiply by 2. So the radius here is equal 11. If the radius is equal 11, so the diameter is equal what? The diameter is equal double of this number. Here, in the first question, I divided by 2 because I have the diameter. Here, in the second one, I will multiply by 2 because I have the radius and I need to find the diameter. So the diameter here is equal what? The diameter here is equal double 11. 2 times 11, twice 11. So it equals 22. So the result here in this case is equal to 22. So if he gives me the diameter, I will make what again? I will divide it by 2. If he gives me the radius, I will multiply by 2. Okay, if we go to the second question, read with me, please, the second question carefully. He gives me that if I have that, find the circumference of each of the circle using pi is equal 3.14. For pi, we will use 3.14 for pi. And round this answer to the nearest tenth. Nearest tenth, it means that I need 1 decimal only. I need 1 decimal. Look with me to the question number 3. If he gives me the radius is equal 5, he gives me the radius is equal 5. What is the circumference? So the circumference here in this case is equal 2 by r. Again, the circumference here is equal what? Look with me, is equal that 2 by r. I will write that 2 by r. This one is 2 by r. So the circumference in this case is equal 2 by r. Again, the circumference in this case is equal 2 by r. So if you make 2 by r over the calculator, what you will do? Look with me, we will make that 2 by r. And we know that pi here is equal what? Pi here is equal 3.14, as he said. So we will make we will make 2 times 3.14 over the calculator. Again, we will make 2 times 3.14, 2 times 3.14 by this way, times what? Times the radius. The radius here is equal 5 times 5. So this one is equal what? It's equal 31 point what? 31.4. So the result in this case is will be equal what? Is equal 31.4. In the next example, he gives me that I have the diameter O. This diameter is equal to 13 inches. So if you have the diameter is equal 13 inches, what will make? We will write that. We will write the rule is pi times d. Pi times d. So we will write pi, it's equal 3.14. It's equal 3.14. Pi is equal 3.14. And the diameter here is times 13. We will multiply these two together. If you multiply 3.14 times 13 is equal 40.82. 40.82. This number is need to rounding. I need to round this number. So 8 here, we have the hundreds is 2, 2 is less than 5. So we'll cancel this number 2 and write it only 40.8. So if you will make approximation or rounding off, so it equals 40.8. Look with me to the next example. He gives me that the essential question, how do measurements help you to describe the real world objects? Again, the essential question said that, how do measurements help you to describe real world objects? What we will use geometry to do this. We need to learn what today? What we need to learn today to find the area of the circle. I need to learn the area of the circle and to find the area of the semicircle. So we need today to learn two main points. The first one, you need to learn what? You need to learn the area of the circle and the area of the semicircle. The area of the circle and the area of the semicircle. Okay? Here, the lesson is started with this slide. The semicircle is the new vocab for this lesson. So the new vocab here is semicircle. Semicircle here means half circle. So if you need the area of the semicircle or half circle, you will multiply the area by half. If you need the semicircle, you will multiply the area here by half. So again, if you need the area of the circle, we use the rule is will be by r squared. Again, the area of the circle is equal what? The rule of the area of the circle is equal that. The formula said area equal by r squared. What is r? R here means the length of the radius. Again, r here is mean the length of the radius. So the meaning of the r is denoted for the radius. So the radius here, it means that the line segment joining between the center and any point on the circle. So if you're talking about any line segment joining between the center and any point on the circle, this one is called by the radius. Again, the words said that find the area of the circle. So the area of the circle equals what? The product. It means the times the multiplication. The product, it means the times or multiplication. Okay? Good morning, Muhammad. So the area of the circle, Muhammad, here is told us about what? How we can find the number of the squares inside this shape. So the area of the circle here, Muhammad, I can get it by this rule. Area of the circle equal by r squared. Again, the area of the circle is equal what? The area of the circle here is equal by r squared. Again, the area of the circle is equal by r squared. What is r? R here is the length of the radius. R here is the length of the radius. So we will replace by 3.14 all the time and sometimes by 22/7. Again, Muhammad, if I need the area of the circle, we must use this rule, Muhammad. Okay? This rule is said what? The area of the circle is by r squared. Again, Muhammad, the area of the circle is what? Is by r squared. Okay? The area of the circle is by r squared. This is the rule, this is the formula. It's by r squared. What is by, Muhammad? We said that before. By is
3.14.
3.14 or 22/7. Again, repeat with me.
Yes.
By is equal what, Muhammad?
3.14 or 20/7.
22/7. Okay. Look with me to the next slide, Muhammad. What we have in the next slide. He said for me that read the head of the question. Find the area.
The area
Go,
equals
Mohammed.
by what?
Again, find the area of the circle. If 3.14 will be the value of pi, right?
Okay.
Again, my friend Mohammed, look with me.
Yeah.
If I have that, I need to find the area of the circle. We will use pi here is equal what, Mohammed? Pi here is equal 3.14. 3.14, okay? Do you know the meaning of the red line here? This red line
radius.
is radius. So if I have this one, excellent, Mohammed. Yes, this one is called pi radius. The first step, Mohammed, I will write the rule of the area. The first step here, my friend, I will write the rule of the area. The area of the circle is equal what, Mohammed? By
the
r
area
squared.
of the circle equals by r squared.
So the area of the circle, excellent, equal by r squared. What is the meaning of the squared? It means I multiply the number by itself. I multiply, Mohammed, the number by itself. It means I multiply 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4, 5 by 5. Okay? We don't multiply by 2. I multiply the number by itself. We will replace as we can see here, we will replace r with 2. Replace r with 2. We will replace r with 2. And by with what, ya Muhammad?
By with
3.14. So we will replace by 3.14, Muhammad. I will replace by 3.14 and r by 2 on. Again, we will do 2 steps, Muhammad. By, I will replace it with 3.14. So we'll replace by with 3.14. And r here, I will replace it with 2. 2 squared, Muhammad, equals what? It equals 4. So if you make squared for 2, means you will multiply 2 by 2. Okay? If you have 3, you will make 3 by 3. Okay? So 2 by 2 here, it equals 4. We will multiply 3.14, my friend, by 4. If you multiply 3.14 by 4, it equals 12.56. So the result here is approximately equal 12.56. We need to round this number to 1 decimal. Okay? If you need to rounding this one to 1 decimal, Muhammad, 6 here is greater than 5. Can you see this 6? Yeah. This 6 is greater than 5. We'll cancel that and add 1. So we'll cancel this one and add 1. So it will equal what? It equals 12.6. So 12.56. If you make approximation or rounding for this number 6, so 6 here is cancelled and add 1 to 5. It equals 12.6. Okay, Muhammad? Another example. He gives me that. Read the head of the question, please.
Find the area of the circle, use 3.14 for pi.
So we use pi by 3.14, right, Muhammad?
Yeah.
We have here that this is the radius. The radius here is 4, right? Do you remember the rule of the area, Muhammad?
The rule of the area is r by the square.
By r squared. So the rule of the area of the circle is by r squared. We have the radius here is what? 4, right?
Yeah.
We write by 3.14, right? We will write by 3.14. So we will make what, Muhammad? Look with me. We will make that. We will make 3.14 here, Muhammad. So we will write 3.14 times 4 squared. Write with me over your calculator. 3.14 times 4 squared, it means 16, Muhammad. 4 squared, it means 4 by 4, it equals 16. If I multiply 3.14 Muhammad by 16, it's equal what?
50.24. Wait.
I will wait for you.
Can you repeat the question?
Again, 3.14, my friend. 3.14.
Okay.
Okay, times what? Times 4 squared, it means 4 by 4 equals 16. So I can make it Muhammad directly 3.14 times 16.
Okay. 3.14
times 16
equals 50.24.
50.24. So the answer of this one, Muhammad, is equal 50.24. Okay. If you make this one is equal 50.24, Muhammad. Okay. By this way, look with me. I will make this one by this shape, 3.14. Can you see it? Times 16. The result is equal what? The result here, Muhammad, is equal this number. Is equal 3.14 times this number. So the answer now is equal 50.24. 4 here, Muhammad, is less than 5, right? 4 here is less than. So we will cancel this 4 and write the number what? 50 point what? 50.2. So I will cancel 4, Muhammad, right?
Yeah.
It's equal what?
20.
50.2 only. We will write 2 only. Okay, Muhammad?
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Go with me to the next example. Read the head, please.
Find the area of the circle with the radius of 14 centimeters. Use 22/7 for pi.
So we will use pi here by 22/7, not 3.14. We said that before, Muhammad. We have 2 value for pi. Maybe pi equal 22/7 like this example, or maybe equal 3.14. So we have 2 value for pi, Muhammad. We have 2 value for pi. Maybe by 22/7 or by equal 3.14. He gives me the area is equal by r squared, right? The area of the circle is equal what, Muhammad? By r squared, my friend, right? Again, the area of the circle is equal what? By r squared. This is the area of the circle. We will replace by with 22/7, as he said, as given, right? And the radius is equal 14 squared, right?
Right.
This one is equal 14 squared by this way. So it equals what? Look with me, Muhammad. We will write it over the calculator now. We will do that. Look with me, please. Can you see that calculator now?
Yes.
We will write fraction by this way. This is fraction. And we'll write 22 over what? Over 7. So we will write the fraction by this way, Muhammad. After that, we will go to the side and multiply this one by 14 squared. 14 squared. Can you see how I write 14 squared, Muhammad? Yes. I write 14 and after that power 2. And click equal, it equals 616. Look with me to the screen now, Muhammad. We have 22/7 times 14 squared. 14 squared equals what, Muhammad? 14 squared here means 196. Why, Muhammad? 14 squared equal 196. Again, look with me here. 14 squared is equal 14 by 14, right? Yes. 14 squared is equal 14 by 14. So we make 14 by 14 equals 196. 14 by 14, Muhammad, equal 196, like here. Yes. After that, we will make reduction or simplifying. We will make reduction or simplifying. How? I divided here by 7 equals 1. I divided here by 7 equals 28. Again, we'll divide this one by 7 equals 1. And divided here by 7 equals 28. We will multiply 28 by 22, 1. I will multiply 28 by 22. If you multiply 28 by 22, it's equal what, Muhammad? 28 by 22, it equals 616. So the result here is equal 616. So if he gives me by, one is equal 22/7, I will replace by with 22/7, like here, and replace r with 14. So we do 2 steps, one. Replace by 22/7, and replace r with 14. After that, we will multiply the 2 numbers together. Multiply 22/7 times 196. 196, if I simplify it, it gives me 28. We will multiply 28 by 22. If you multiply these 2 together, it gives me 616. Clear, ya Muhammad?
Clear.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Look with me to the next example. Read the question, please, Muhammad.
Okay. Find the area of the circle, the radius of 7 meters, use 22/7 for pi.
So pi here in this example, Muhammad, is equal 22/7, right?
Right.
Pi here is equal 22/7. Look with me, Muhammad. Can you tell me the rule of the area firstly?
Uh, it's 22/7 times the,
No, I need the formula. I need the rule.
pi times r square.
Square. Again, Muhammad, the area of the circle is equal what?
Pi r square.
So the area of the circle here, Muhammad, is equal pi r squared. What is the value of pi here? He said for me, pi is
22
equal 22/7.
7.
So we must use this number, okay? Firstly, I will make that Muhammad. I will remove pi and put 22/7, like what you see over the calculator. It will be 22/7. After that, we go to the side and multiply that by r squared. R squared, the radius squared, it means 7/2 Muhammad.
Okay.
Again, my friend Muhammad, we will multiply the area by this method. We write the rule firstly by r squared, like the previous example. I firstly write the example, the rule, area equal by r squared. I will remove pi and put 22/7. I will remove pi and put 22/7, but here we will put 7 squared. We will put 7 squared. We don't put 14 like the previous example.
Yeah.
Look with me, the area is equal what now, Muhammad? The area here, my friend, is equal 154 squared. So again, Muhammad, the area is equal what? By r squared. The area of the circle is equal by r squared, Muhammad. So we write that.
Yes.
22/7, okay, times r squared, 7 squared, it gives me 154. Look with me to the next example. Read the question, please, Muhammad.
Find the area of the face of the Virginia quarter with a diameter of 24 millimeters. Use 3.14 for pi round to the nearest tenth if necessary.
So he give me a coin, okay, in United States, it's called by Virginia quarter, okay. Its diameter is 24. He gives me the diameter is 24, right?
Right.
Do we work with the diameter, Muhammad?
The diameter, no, we don't use
No.
it.
If you have diameter, I must divide this number over what, Muhammad? Over 2. So the first step here, Muhammad, I need the radius. The first step, I need the radius. So what we do, Muhammad, I divided this number
by
the diameter over
half.
2, or multiplied by half, divided by 2 or multiplied by half. I can't do it by any of the two methods, Muhammad. I divided this one by 2, Muhammad, or multiply this one by half. Half of 24, Muhammad, equals what? You know that the day is 24 hours, right?
12.
So the half of the day is equal 12. Excellent, Muhammad. Excellent. So if we have the diameter is 24 and I need the half of this, like half of the day all is 24 hours. If I need half of the day, Muhammad, what we do, my friend? I will divide this number over 2. We will divide this one over 2. So if you divide it 24 over 2 is equal what? It's equal to 12. So we have the radius now is 12. He gives me pi is equal what here, Muhammad? 3.14, right?
14. Yes.
This one is equal 3.14. So what will make? We will write it as we do over the calculator. Look with me. We write 3.14. Firstly, I will write this number, 3.14, okay? 3.14, Muhammad. After that, times what? 3.14 times?
Times 12 times 12.
Times 12 squared, right? Times 12 squared, or times 12 times 12. It's equal what, Muhammad? This number is equal
452.16, which equals 452.2.
It's equal 452.16, right? Like this way. So one is equal 452.16. No, I cancelled 6 and add 1.
Yeah, it equals 452.2.
0.2. Excellent, Muhammad. So this one, the answer is what? The answer here, Muhammad, is
452.2 square millimeters.
Okay. Look with me to this example. I need you to tell me about the method to solving this. Read first the example, and after that, tell me how I can solve it.
Find the area covered by the fountain. Use 3.14 by round to the nearest tenth if necessary.
Again, Muhammad, read the question step by step.
Okay.
Don't read.
Find the area covered by the fountain. Use 3.14 by round to the nearest tenth if necessary.
So we have fountain, and this one is diameter. I think this is not radius, right? 5.2 is not radius here, Muhammad. This is what, Muhammad? This is like this, diameter. So he gives me the diameter is equal this number. Firstly, what we do, Muhammad? We divided like what I do now, 5.2 divided by 2, right?
Right.
We will divide it. 5.2 divided by 2 is equal what, Muhammad? 5.2 divided by 2, my friend, is equal 2.6,
Yes.
right? So the radius here is equal this number. Can you see it? It's equal 2.6. Yes. I make it over the calculator again. Yes, 5.2 divided by 2. This one is equal 2.6. Now I have the radius, right?
Right.
I will write the rule. Remember me with the rule, one, please.
Okay.
What is the rule of the area?
The rule of the area is by r squared.
By r squared. And he tell me by is equal what, one?
3.14.
So I will write over my calculator 3.14 as Muhammad said, right? This is 3.14. Can you see it? Yes. This is 3.14 times the radius squared. What is the radius squared? Times 2.6 squared.
Yes.
So if I multiply these two together, my friend Muhammad,
21.2.
what is the result? 0.22, right?
Right.
Because the second 2 here is smaller than 5, can you see that?
Yes.
2 here is smaller than 5. So what we do, Muhammad, I will cancel this 2 and don't add 1, right? So it will be
21.
It will be equal what? It's equal 21.2 only. So the result here is 21.2. Thank you, Muhammad. Look with me to the next example. Read the question now, please.
Find the area of the semicircle. Use 3.14 by.
What is the meaning of semicircle?
Half a circle.
Half circle. Half circle. Okay. So we need now to find the area of the semicircle. It means half of the circle. Okay. Complete one.
Use 3.14 by round to the nearest tenth.
So find the area of the semicircle using 3.14 by and round this one to the nearest tenth, right? The rule of the area here, we had a small part, Timon. I will add a small part. It's half, because this one is not the area of the circle. This is the area of the semicircle. Here we need the area of the semicircle, not the area of the circle all. So I need half of the circle. Half by r squared. Half by r squared, right?
Right.
I will replace by Muhammad and put what? 3.14, right?
Right.
And I will replace r with what? You have the diameter all is 16, right?
Yes.
If we will make that over the calculator, 16 divided by 2, Muhammad, I will divide it. 16 over 2 is equal what? This one is equal 8. The result is equal 8, right? So we remove r and replace r with 8. So half times 3.14 times 8 squared. Half times 3.14 times 8 squared. So 0.5 times 3.14 times 8 bar 2. I know that 8 bar 2 means 8 by 8, right?
Yes.
So if I will
100.48 rounded to the nearest
half 0.5. Half, it means 0.5. Okay, you can see that half equals 0.5 times 3.14, my friend.
Times
times 8 squared. I can make it mentally. 8 by 8 equal 64 because it's very easy, right?
Right.
The result is equal what, Muhammad? 100.48.
Right?
You need to make estimation for this one, right?
Right.
It's equal what, Muhammad? It's
It equals
equal
100.5.
100.5. Okay? Can you help me to solving the next example? This is the last example. He gives me, I need the area. Read the head of the question, please.
Okay. Find the area of the semicircle. Use 3.14 for by. Run to the nearest tenth if necessary.
Okay. He gives me the diameter all, right? This is the diameter. This is the diameter, right, Muhammad?
Right.
Is 9. Half of 9. Can you find it mentally, Muhammad? If your father give you 9 real and he said for
4.14.
you, excellent. 4 point what? 4
4.15,
point?
Mr. 15.
No. 50. 4 point, or make it 4.5 direct.
Yes, I said
4.5.
4.5, Mr.
Okay, so excellent, Muhammad. This one is equal 4.5. So the radius here, Muhammad, in this example is equal 4.5. I don't need the circle all, right? I need half of the circle.
Yeah.
So the rule is equal what, Muhammad? Half by r squared, right? Again,
Right.
half by r squared. Again, the area of the semicircle is equal what, Muhammad?
Half by r
Repeat.
squared.
I need to listen to you. Speak up.
Half by r squared.
We will remove half, Muhammad, and put 0.5. Remove half and write it easy way, 0.5 over the calculator. Times by here is equal what, Muhammad? 3.14.
Yes.
Right? Times 3.14. Times the radius squared. What is the radius squared? 4.5. And we put over this bar 2. What is the area in this case, Muhammad? Look, the area is equal 31.79. Right?
Yes.
9 here is what, Muhammad?
9
is bigger than 5.
Yes, equals
9 here, can you see 9?
Yeah.
It's bigger than 5. So we will make what, Muhammad? We will make this 9 cancel and add 1 to 7. Cancel 9 and add 1 to 7. So it equals what? 31 point what? 31.8. So the result in this case, Muhammad, is equal 31.8. Right?
Right.
Okay. Move me to the next. Read, Muhammad, please.
On a basketball court, there is a semicircle above the free throw line that has a radius of 6 feet. Find the area of the semicircle. Use 3.14 by. Run to the nearest tenth.
He gives me, we have the basketball court. The basketball court. There are a semicircle above free throw lines. Do you know this region from the basketball? We throw the free throw from this area, from this region. So the radius of this one is 6 feet. The radius is what, Muhammad? 6 feet. So I do the area by this way. I do the area by half by r squared. The rule of the area here is equal half by r squared.
Yeah.
And the area of the semicircle equal this rule, this formula, half by r squared. I will remove half and put this one by 0.51. Again, if you have half, for easy writing over the calculator, write it by 0.5. After that, by is equal what? 3.14, because he gives me that. Put by 3.14. And the radius by what, Muhammad? 6 squared. 6 squared, right? After that, what we do, Muhammad? 6 squared, my friend, is equal 36. 6 squared is equal 36. So we multiply 0.5 times 3.14 times 36. If I will multiply the 3 together, Muhammad, 0.5 times 3.14 times 36, the result is equal what, my friend? Is equal that. Look, we can do that over the calculator again. 0.5 by this way, 0.5 times 3.14 by this way, times the radius squared. The radius 6 squared is equal 36. So the result, as you can see here, 56.52, right? So we will cancel this 2, right, Muhammad?
Yes.
We will cancel this 2 because it's less than 5. And we write the answer by what? 56.5 only. Okay, Muhammad? Thank you for your time. If you have spare time, Muhammad, can you solve with me the extra practice? Page number 629. I need only 3 examples, 21, 22, 23. Okay, Muhammad?
Okay.
Thank you for your time. Enjoy your time in Ramadan by praying and reading Al Quran Al Kareem. Thank you for your time, Muhammad. See you soon. Bye bye.